Hello, friends. I am Chevee. Welcome to my shed. How are you today? How's life in your world? How's things where you are? I hope it's fantastic. Everything here is great. And I had a reflection point yesterday. I was talking to my friend, my boss, I guess, in the side project, and we both have similar issues with shutting down, right? Like with turning off that side of us that wants to get the thing done, right? I said yesterday that I have an addiction to problem solving, and I think that it's not just that. I have an addiction to activity, like mental activity. I'm not good at shutting down, and neither is he. He talked about his productivity addled brain, which is like he is driven by productivity, and I understand that very, very well. It's only been in the last 4 years of my life that I've learned to relax, and I'm still very much not good at it. I'm not good at it at all. I can physically relax, which is probably something that I wasn't super great at before. But being able to, I'm not capable of mental relaxation. I'm. Let me take that back. I'm more capable than I ever have been in my life. For one, I've been practicing some form of meditation for most of my life. Well, I guess like since my teenage years. When I discovered it in my teenage years, I tried, and it's one of those things that evaded me for most of my life. I would regularly try and just fail. So instead of what most people would call meditation, I would just daydream. I would just sit and let my brain go. And what I have learned is that's kind of what meditation is, right? So for the past probably 5 years, maybe longer, I've been actively practicing meditation. And I've gotten to the point with it where I can mentally, quote, shut down for like 20 minutes at a time. I can just sit and let it all go. If anybody who's ever meditated will tell you that that's not really true, but it is. It until you get to that point, it's a very big struggle to get to that point. Once you've reached that point where you can regularly let it all go, it gives you the ability to kind of reflect on on that experience, and it just means I'm able to just not acknowledge my brain's activity during that time. But other times, it's really difficult for me to shut it down. Em has tried her best to teach me how to relax, to teach me how to just sit still and do nothing, and I'm really not good at it. I can't really watch TV very long. Maybe an hour of attention is about all the span I have, and it's really more like a half an hour before I start getting bored, or before. And it's not really necessarily boredom. It's more or less along the lines of I feel like I'm not accomplishing anything by sitting there and just watching. Because like we can do things. Recently, Em has been watching a lot of Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune and that sort of stuff. I can engage with because I'm engaging my brain in the activity of watching that. It's not just me sitting and taking in a story. I've talked in the past about my inability to listen to audiobooks because I can't focus on the audiobook. For me to listen to an audiobook requires me to put headphones on, close my eyes, and just sit and listen. If I open my eyes or I try to do anything else, zero attention gets paid to the audiobook, and I have absolutely no clue what's being said. And then I have to rewind a lot and re-listen. So I've been learning. I've been learning how to relax. And so this conversation that I had yesterday with him allowed me to reflect a little bit on these past 4 years with Em in my life, and Em trying to really teach me to just let it go, just be okay with it. Parts of me used to get really tense in certain situations, not necessarily like physically tense, but emotionally and spiritually tense, I guess. And what I mean is like I was not capable of allowing myself to have emotions. I was not capable of saying, that's an okay emotion to have right now. Let's have it and then move on with our lives. Instead, I would hold on to that it's not okay feeling, and I would ball that in, tightly, and hold on to it for hours and sometimes days. And that was really damaging. And M has taught me to just let that stuff go. Like, just have the emotion and be okay with having the emotion, but then you don't act on it, or just let it go. And I've learned that that has dramatically helped me relax, because I'm not thinking about all the things I did wrong today. you know, Past Chevee, that was my state of being, was reflecting on all the things I did wrong over the past X period of time. And it could be a day, a week, a month, a year, my life, whatever. Just in any given moment, I was reflecting on all the things I had done wrong, and all the ways that I thought that I had done something stupid, or done something that was, counterintuitive, or, just criticizing myself. And I have learned that part of relaxation is relaxing my inner critic. Letting myself be okay with what I've accomplished. And whether that is, today I did the dishes and that's enough, I don't need to do any more chores, and I'm okay with that, then that's it. Like, we're done for the day. I don't have to sit and reflect on how many things I didn't do, which is what I used to do. I used to reflect on that stuff constantly. But now I get to just accept that the things that I have done are enough for now, and that I'm allowed to have some downtime. Downtime for me isn't really like downtime for most people. I don't sit and watch football or watch TV or whatever. Downtime for me is I read a book, or I play a game, especially board games with them. Or I have been playing the Switch a little bit lately. I've been playing Xenoblade 3. I picked it up on launch day and just started it over the weekend. So I, put a half hour in a day here or there, kind of thing. I'm not going to plow through it like I have in the past. Those games take like 100 hours or more, and I don't have that right now. But it is something I can pick up and play and come around to every now and then. And I enjoy that. But it was an interesting time. We chatted a little bit about productivity, and I've been very productive this week, specifically on the project. He assigned me 6 things on Monday, and they were all done by the end of yesterday, plus 1 I did extra. So, we're getting a lot is moving there, and that feels good. It feels like I'm in the flow of that project, and I have contributed meaningfully. So, still have a lot of that to do. But I also deserve to relax sometimes, and I have to learn how to do that better. I mean, I've learned how to do it at least this much. I would like to learn how to do it to some scale. Or maybe that's just not who I am. Maybe I'm just not destined to learn that skill. I don't know. How do you relax? What is your definition of relaxation? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for being here as always. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing, being amazing friends and wonderful people. I really appreciate you. And I'll see you again tomorrow. Today's word you should know to sound smart is obstreperous. It is an adjective meaning describes a troublemaker who is noisy, unruly, or otherwise attracts attention in his endeavor to be difficult. The obstreperous employees made the training class a nightmare for the instructor. Obstreperous. Obstreperous. Would that be like a class clown? Or is that like just somebody who, wants to start fights or something?